Get it sorted out.
Yeah, I got to sort it out. I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs and with everything. It's like everything is being so picky and so
Yeah,
like
it's been doing that, especially the last couple times we've tried to stream together for whatever reason.
yeah, but it's not just that. It's again, Captain Monk keeps logging me out. Why do you keep logging me out? And in addition to that, and I'm just like so confused. I'll look into this later. I will look into that later. Um, yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. Hi, everybody. uh, we are trying our best. I am trying my best to do this, and it is mildly annoying. Sweet. All right, getting everything situated. Kylo is chilling. Kylo was being so needy last night, and I know why. I know why. It's not his fault. It's the fact of the matter is he wanted it was way late and he wanted pure attention. He was like, "I it's 2 in the morning and it's cuddle time." And he like the moment we got to bed, he just like pressed up against me and just rubbed his little face on me and is like, this is it's bedtime now."
Oh,
And so I was like, okay, I felt a little bad. I was all like, I am trying to complete a game. I'm trying to beat this level so I don't die. And he kept getting in the way. He kept jumping in front of the screen the moment a boss was about to kill me. And I'm like, Kylo, god damn it, I'm trying not to die. He would exit out of the screen and I'd be like, no, I'm gonna die.
oh kittens.
Yes. I just realized I drank all of my water. I'll be right back.
Well, I
Because
mean,
I literally
wouldn't be a
drank through
justice
that like it
stream if you
was
didn't
nothing.
immediately leave.
What was that?
Wouldn't be. I mean, it wouldn't be one of your streams if you didn't start it and then immediately leave to go do something.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
It is tradition.
This is where we're at right now. I'm gonna try and because I'm seeing people, and maybe they just buy the stuff. Um, Bohab, I assume you got the since you have Hulu and you're watching Attack on Titan. I'm assuming you got the Disney Plus bundle where it's like $12.99 for like ESPN for some reason, and then Disney, and then Hulu.
No, I just have regular Hulu.
Oh yeah, there's a bundle where you can get like for $12.99 you can get Disney Plus and Hulu.
Oh man, I can get a bunch of other shit I don't want. For more
Fair
money.
enough. I was gonna say
How
WandaVision
exciting!
is on there, and Soul.
I might want to check it out. I think I'm gonna wait till like all the episodes are released because they only put one out a week. I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna wait till more stuff builds up. I need to get HBO Max eventually for Godzilla versus Kong.
I like how you're gonna get that, but you're not gonna get the.
Yeah, because it's a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I know. There's also
If
Mandalorian.
WandaVision had Godzilla in it, I would subscribe to that.
If Funimation.
No, if WandaVision had Godzilla in it.
Oh, fair
Only
enough.
spend my money on Godzilla related products. That's it's a religious thing.
That is very true. that is not even a joke. That is just an absolute fact. And you people at home have no idea.
Only Godzilla can judge me.
um, Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby boy. You gonna be a needy boy today? So, yeah, cause Hulu, you got your Hulu for like $7.99, right?
I pay $1.99 a month. They have a Black Friday thing every year where you can get a year for $2 a month, and I just
Oh wow.
sign up for that again. I have it at Hulu in the
Never mind.
background to like catch up on like live TV and stuff, like recent broadcast stuff,
Mhm.
and then I have Netflix to watch more like archived binge watching stuff.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's good. Have you
And then
seen?
I have Amazon Prime to that I could just forget I own it, unless a new season of you know, whatever it's called, shit.
The
That's
Boys?
the one show on there that I watch. Yes, exactly.
I was about to say
I
The
watch
Boys would
that
be the only
every
thing
week
that I watch
until
on.
the episode comes out, and then the other, 10, 11 months of the year, I completely forget that Amazon Prime is a thing.
I was
Unless
about to say
I'm
because
searching
Amazon
for
Prime
like a
has some
specific.
solid anime, like Amazon
They
only anime.
have a lot of great content. Kind of a shitty app that's hard to navigate. That's probably why I don't use it as much.
Oh, 100% agree. It is a terrible app.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
terrible, as far as a website is concerned. It's because the only reason it's good is because you have the search feature. But if you're trying to browse, like you're like, oh, I want to see what
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
anime they got.
Browsing on it is
They are
terrible,
terrible.
and navigating it on like my TV app is terrible. Watching it on the computer is good. They have a lot of additional functions, like you can
You
pull
can
up a little
search
menu
stuff.
while you're watching. You pull up a little menu while you're watching. It will tell you everything that's on screen, what the actors in the specific scene are, who they are, what else they've been in, what song is playing. I like that. They have that for a lot of the stuff that's on there, and that's super like useful. Like I love that, but just watching it on my TV, just the way they have their app set up is terrible.
Oh yeah.
So unless I'm looking for something specific that isn't streaming on anything else, and they do have a kind of a good selection, I kind of don't use Prime ever,
Yeah.
unless like I said, a new season of The Boys comes out, then I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I have to I have a subscription to Prime right now, and I forgot to
And
cancel
who
it,
doesn't?
and it renewed itself. By the way, McGuffin Lord, that is a big mood. We were actually
Oh,
talking about before we went on stream. That's kind of how we both feel.
yeah, I accomplished nothing yesterday. I mean, it was glorious, but still, I feel like
Yeah, I was gonna say I
sat
felt
around eating chili and playing Fire Emblem all day. That's literally all I did the entire day.
yeah, sounds about right. It's pretty much me with brisket. I spent all Friday cooking brisket, which is why I didn't stream Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, I was so lethargic from eating brisket, and I've been feeling like that every single day. Yesterday, I felt like that as well, where I overslept, woke up, started my stream, usually when I end my stream, and then,
Mhm.
and yeah, I feel such like garbage because I've been trying to, I've been on this
But
strict
you need
schedule.
consume some caffeine or something to get more energy for consuming brisket.
That's the other thing. I think I'm also feeling tired because I drank coffee all those 3 days. Because coffee makes me sleepy.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Why do you drink coffee then?
Because it's sometimes
And
delicious
not
and I
for
had a
the
bunch of
end
milk.
goal of caffeine consumption.
I
Yeah, I
like
love the
coffee.
taste of coffee too. But if it didn't have caffeine in it, I probably wouldn't give a hoot.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Ecuadorian, not Ecuador. Uh,
El
shoot,
Salvador?
no, not El Salvador. Honduran. There it is. Honduran coffee is absolute delicious to me.
Huh, I'm not sure I've ever specifically had
I worked for a church.
Honduran blend.
I was what was I? Was I a server or was I a chef for that job? I worked for a
Surfer?
church. I catered.
Did some catering for a surf church.
Well, I catered for a oligarchy church, which is here in Texas, and there was a bunch of ambassadors from Honduras, and I
Sure.
got a bunch of stuff from Honduras. They gave me some beans, yakiru fruit, a root, a bunch of lentil, the little green beans thingies, like lentil soup. They gave me a whole bunch of stuff, and one of the things they gave me was Honduran coffee and Honduran coffee beans, and that stuff is super strong. Like a tiny cup of that stuff is like puts you on another level, and also it tastes delicious.
For you, that other level is asleep.
No, it got me hyper,
Okay. So,
but like coffee,
coffee
like
makes you sleepy. For the coffee that you drink, which made you sleepy.
well, the coffee I'm drinking is from my hotel because they gave it to me.
I get that. I all the coffee I have here at the house is from work. Like they ordered the wrong kind, and they're like, "Oh, we got this extra coffee. You want this box?"
Yeah, pretty
I
much
just
that.
had like this industrial size, box of French vanilla coffee sitting next to my computer here. Which I got a cold brew pitcher, which I've been using lately, and I really like.
Yeah, I can do that. He's here right now. Yeah, no, it's crazy. And
Oh, you have a Groom Kylo option? I had no idea. We need to add more options for you to interact with your cat to that.
that's what I've been trying to
Yeah.
do. I've been trying
I
to.
had no idea that was an option. I would be spamming that.
Yeah, well, you haven't shown up into my streams in a while, so or have you?
I have. I usually just sit quietly in the background so I can get stuff done.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
For like something like this, I have to like sit in place and while other days I'll just put your stream on in the background and watch it while I like work out or do chores or something. For this, I just have to sit in one place and
That is strange
Oh,
that I am your
entertaining.
workout routine.
I'm my.
You
I
like-
spent some of that tax refund on some workout equipment. I got a weightlifting machine next to the computer.
Oh. I need to clean his brush. And there's not an efficient way to do this. I wish there was. I wish there was a.
I mean, just there's enough hair, and then you just kind of grab a fistful and peel it off. Or maybe your brush is different than the one I use.
Your brush is different. My brush is different because it's cheap and it's like the hairs get stuck in there, so I can't really peel it off. So I just keep brushing, I guess.
My kittens don't shed quite that much. Oh, well, it depends on the day. Not lately. I guess the cold weather, they're retaining a lot more of their fur, but it's hot where you are, so I imagine Kylo's shedding as a result.
Yeah. They've labeled him as a long hair, I think, or a short hair. I don't know. I have to look at his paperwork.
He looks like he's definitely a short hair. He's a chunky boy. He is a very thickly built short hair cat. So he seems bulky, but he's definitely a short hair.
Yeah.
My parents have a couple long hair cats. I've never personally owned long hair cats.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful and majestic. Didn't actually ever own one just because just a couple times I've adopted a cat. That's what they had.
I mean, truth. Yeah. I was gonna say, well, Kylo adopted me. He jumped into my car.
Aw.
Like, I told you the story, right? About how Kylo...
Probably. I drink a lot, so who knows?
You don't remember, I guess?
Well, if I remember correctly, he jumped into your car. And
No, okay, so you know when I went to, no worries, MacGuffin Lord. You also got Rosie an amiibo. Nice. Amiibos are a thing. I keep forgetting that.
yeah, I mean, they're not as,
Prevalent.
yeah, so when they first came out, people were like, hitting each other for them. I have a couple that I got like free with other games. Like when I bought Smash Brothers for the Wii U, I
Mhm.
got a free one and I got a Link one. and then Twilight Princess remake came with a free Wolf.
That's right.
Link
They were
amiibo.
for the Wii U. That's why I haven't seen them because the Switch is out. And
Yeah, I mean they still work with like most Switch games. Most first-party Switch games still use amiibo. Like,
wow,
I should dig mine up. I could use them to get like free items in Fire Emblem.
you can.
I don't remember where I put them. They're in a drawer somewhere. I should dig them up because I want to play Breath of the Wild again, and you get free items, unlockable costumes and shit with that. Yeah, I haven't bought amiibo, but I have a couple that just came free with other games that I got.
Jeez. Like yeah. Oh man, there's a lot of replay value got out of Breath of the Wild, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, I recently finished Age of Calamity, the prequel, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It's kind of a non-canon prequel because there's time travel shenanigans to add all the characters into it.
Is it a non-canon thing? Because I thought they made it canon.
Yes and no. Because there's time travel in it, kind of creates a branching timeline thing. It takes place in a canon. It starts off in a canon version of that world, but the shit that happens kind of creates a divergent timeline.
Yeah, but
I mean, you have to win at the end, and Breath of the Wild famously is set up by you not winning. So it wouldn't be a satisfying way to end the story. They made it canon because everyone would have to die
for it to be canon.
Yeah, because all the champions and Link and everyone, they die in Breath of the Wild. Like everyone, like you're revived after being in a stasis chamber for 100 years, but everyone else is dead and the kingdom is destroyed. And then 100 years passes, and then you awake into a destroyed, sort of reclaimed by nature version of Hyrule.
Wow.
Where that's been taken over by monsters for 100 years. That is the world of the original Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I see. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, so I didn't know that. I thought Breath of the Wild was like.
I mean, it's something that's told through sort of like ambient storytelling, and you uncover like the history as you go in little bits and pieces and stumbling upon. But basically, Ganon shows up, kills everyone, including Link. But they put him in basically like a back to tank or whatever to revive him. But it takes 100 years. So he wakes up 100 years after everyone he knows has been killed by Ganon, and monsters have taken over the entire kingdom, and has to build up his strength to kill Ganon. That is the story of Breath of the Wild.
That is depressing.
It is.
So because there's no Zelda in Breath of the Wild, right?
Yeah, yes and no. It's definitely in it story-wise because a lot of like you have amnesia as a character, and you're picking up bits and pieces of your history, and you see all these cutscenes of you and her.
But she's not alive.
Oh, she's alive, but she's like basically sealed within the castle. She's holding the last bit of Ganon's power back.
Oh, kind of like what was that other Zelda where she
Princess did a similar thing.
She did a similar thing. I was trying to remember which one it was though.
You're probably referring
Twilight Princess.
Yeah, where the castle is like sealed off in that bubble of magic. She's keeping the Ganon from fully escaping, and you're running around trying to do other shit to so you could eventually kill him.
Yeah.
It is like that. So she's there doing that. So she's alive and in the world, but you don't directly interact with her, but you do see her in flashbacks and cutscenes.
But you don't see her in the game, is what I'm saying. It's like in the
Not
current.
until the very end.
Okay, so she is there. I guess
And the
is she
so
100
like the
years old? Is she
post-credit.
this old lady?
No. She whatever goddess power she unlocked to hold back Ganon prevents her from aging or whatever, or she's in a stasis kind of thing like you are.
Avoid aging by holding back a 1,000-year-old demon.
Yeah, by holding a demon at bay.
For you won't age.
But in the post credits, you see Zelda
Spoilers.
connect instead of for the 3-year-old game that everyone's already played. And also, it's a Zelda game, so it's just a slight variation on, something that's been done 100 times.
Continue.
Spoiler for Joseph Campbell's The Monomyth. The hero wins in the end.
But no, you're saying?
No, you see them like finally together back in person, and they're sort of setting off on an adventure to go rebuild the kingdom, and that's kind of sort of implied by the trailer for what Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be, which is actually going to be a direct sequel that seems like it's going to feature Princess Zelda in a much larger, more direct capacity.
Okay.
And I'm excited for that.
I would like to see a Legend of Zelda game that focuses on not fighting Ganon or anybody, but like the aftermath of all of that stuff. Like,
oh yeah, I would love to be able to just like be out and about in a rebuilt version of Hyrule. Okay, it's like
you go around,
great, but like the world is fucked. Like everyone is dead. There's only a couple small villages,
and you rebuild those villages, almost like a civilization, but not quite. Still Legend of Zelda. Exactly. You still fight bandits. You still, you got to clean some stuff up.
I would love the shit out of that. But I hope Breath of the Wild 2 has elements of that. You do need to play Breath of the Wild because it is just up your alley.
Oh yeah,
the way it's set up, because the way you like to ignore objectives and just go off and fuck off and do your own thing, the entire game is that.
I know. I play Genshin Impact. I keep telling you, Genshin Impact is. I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, Breath of the Wild
is just like a less horny version of that.
Yeah. It also has different mechanics, from what I'm told.
It has significantly less waifu mechanics.
Well, also the battle, apparently, Breath of the Wild is more puzzle orientated.
There's a lot of great, just like physics-based puzzles.
Yeah,
the whole the way that the physics and the mechanics of that game interact is brilliant.
Yeah, and because Zelda fanatics and people and critics have been a lot of people, because I even equate it. I'm like, Genshin Impact is just the anime version of Breath of the Wild, and then people are like, that's doing a disservice to both games, because they're like, it is open world sandbox, you can do whatever you want, but Genshin Impact is more of the Final Fantasy VII battle mechanics, like the Xenoblade fighting mechanics and stuff like that, and it's more battle orientated and adventure quest driven.
It definitely has more in common with a more traditional RPG, in terms of its magic and combat mechanics, where Breath of the Wild is more of a survival sim in a lot of ways, where your main enemy is not monsters, but just sort of tackling the environment and exploration.
Yeah, this is Bohab. I am Justice.
Hey, what's up? I'm Justice's friend.
Yeah, well, you're more of a brother at this point, in my opinion.
Sure. Yeah, I honestly just kind of got halfway through that sentence. I was like, I don't have a really satisfying way to dress this up in a way that isn't just Justice's guy he's talking to over this stream.
It's fine.
We're just hanging out, and I'm not normally here.
Yeah,
I drop in maybe once a week.
Yeah, every Tuesday at this point is what we've done it.
Hey,
I wish Matt could be here. I would love Matt for him to.
We'll get back to doing some Stardew one of these days. I'm sure he's busy.
Oh, he's building a whole house. He keeps updating.
Yeah, you told me that. I need him to come, fix stuff at my house.
Just fly him over.
Yeah, just get to work. Yeah.
I'll pay you.
Oh no, I didn't agree to that.
I was gonna say you can at least give him a little something. He's doing it as a well. He's actually got a new job now.
Oh, cool. What's he doing?
Plumbing.
I know he was. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a plumbing apprentice.
Nice.
Hydrodynamics. It's a thing.
I don't know what that means. That's.
It's just. So, do you know what hydraulics are?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hydrodynamics is just.
What make my lowrider so exciting.
Well, hydraulics are also used in irrigation systems and stuff like that. But plumbing is a lot more complex than people think it is. Just because it's about understanding the way water flow and pressure works, and like understanding how a toilet works versus how a sink works versus how an irrigation system works and stuff like that. Depending on if they have like hydraulic pumps that like push water through an irrigation system and a bunch of other stuff. The only reason I know about stuff like this is because when I was in San Diego, the person I worked with, you remember my ex's father? Well, I don't think you've ever met him.
But, yeah, I never directly met him, but I'm aware of who you're talking about.
Yeah, so he was well, one, he was a Navy SEAL.
Isn't he like paralyzed or something from falling off of a mountain? Is he that's the same person
he was in Railroad Canyon, and he fell. He was riding back and he fell off the canyon. He made a mistake and slipped, rolled down the canyon with his bike, smashed into a boulder. His bike smashed into him. He walked 3 miles, drove in his car to the house, sat down. He showed up at the door, covered in blood, like his head, his body, his back, his leg was torn up, and he sat down with bloody socks and said, "I need a beer." And we all told him he needed to go to the hospital. We all yelled at him. He finally went to the hospital, and they told him that he had 7 broken ribs, a collapsed lung. He punctured certain parts of his body, and then they found out that he had 8 broken ribs, not 7 like they initially thought after the X-rays and everything like that.
Well, they had another one put in just to even them out.
And he had a messed up leg, and he recovered, I think, in like a month or 2. He was on heavy amounts of methane. Or not methane.
I remember him being bedridden.
He was bedridden for a while. I think he was like it took a total of like 5 months for him to fully recover, 5 to 6 months. But he was banged up pretty bad. But anyways, he was an electrician, and so I worked for him as an electrician. He taught me a little bit about electrical work, how to set up wires, why they do what they do, and stuff like that. And he also had a hydraulic system for his garden, and so I learned a little bit about hydraulics through him. So that's why.
It's a good backstory in there. It's nice that we're filling out the world of the story.
Yeah. Like, here's this one tragic thing. This is what I learned from him. 2 unrelated things. Let me just mash them together.
Just
like
to
that.
explain that Matt works with pipes now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what.
Yeah. Normal plumber stuff.
Normal plumber stuff. So he's working on that and building a house and stuff like that.
Turtles by jumping on them.
But I want to get back to a point. The reason I want us to do Stardew Valley is because I want us to get into the routine of being together again. Because
I would love that. Hopefully, he has a schedule that would permit that. Like I said, he seems very busy between the new job and building a house.
I'm hoping by the time he has his new house, he'll be able to do something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially once COVID calms down, hopefully vaccine rollout goes well, and we can. Traveling in the next 6 months seems unrealistic.
Yeah, I would see that. I hope so. We'll see. If when the I want there to be a vaccine. I want to take it. I have a fear of needles, but
Yeah, yeah.
fuck.
We'll see once we get towards like the summer how things are going.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be going well now, but we're still so in the early stages.
Well, it's
Who
not
knows?
going well because we had a shit president.
Yeah, apparently they didn't do anything. They
Oh.
had no plan, no coordination whatsoever on the vaccine rollout.
No, they didn't have a plan on anything at all. Not even just the vaccine. They had no plan whatsoever. They, I believe, a report. I read a report where there's like nothing. Biden's administration walked into the office immediately after the inauguration, and
Yeah.
and what they found was nothing, 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 nothing. No plan for healthcare.
Nicolas
No
Cage
plan.
already escaped with the Constitution
Yeah, there was.
Declaration.
They didn't have anything, and then and so they had to start from zero because there was nothing to fix because there was nothing.
Yeah, so it's not good that 2 months after the vaccine became available, we're just now starting to like put measures in place to handle it.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, the administration, Biden's administration, for unity's sake, they've been trying to work with the previous Trump administration, and they've all become lobbyists now, thanks to the.
Well, they can't get real jobs.
Yeah. So and and the GOP right now is refusing to release any information from the previous administration. So
It's fucked up, and it's not going to get better anytime soon.
nope, not at all. And at some point, we have to realize that the Republican Party, the GOP party, is just an outdated party that doesn't care about anyone but their own self interest.
They seem to be well into the process of destroying themselves for no reason.
I don't think so. 76 million people voted for them.
Yeah, but now they're splitting between the moderate Republicans who just like tax cuts and the white power militia element. That why the fuck was that so like huge? Like how? God, the QAnon crowd.
Yeah, I feel like that's a majority of them, though. Like,
Quiet, but a majority of them are okay with that shit just spreading around.
yeah,
They're not gonna stand in its way of it fucking up everything else.
I don't know. I again,
there's definitely some splitting between, which long term is just going to destroy the party. They end up splitting between the more moderate Republicans and.
I hope you're right because
ones.
Because
I mean, Trump wants to start his own political party called the Patriot Party,
really,
and they're going to be the far alt-right political party, and that'll. I mean, the upside of that would be that it would split the vote, and then Democrats would win like every fucking election. But also, fucking empowers white supremacists, the nut jobs who believe in the whole QAnon. Like I've said, it is like the Avengers Endgame of conspiracy theories.
this is why I'm hoping.
Them, the deeper you go, the more insane nonsense. Like just that Oprah and Tom Hanks run a satanic cult that eats children, but there's aliens and the Illuminati and Bigfoot's in there. it's every single insane conspiracy theory rolled into one collective universe.
See, this is why I hope AOC's legislative proposition goes through. She's proposing that we start because she's calling out, for example, news stations like Fox News, where they took part in the insurrection because they also spread the misinformation. And she says she's trying to say that it's not about because it's a private company. She's like it's not censorship and it's not violating the First Amendment. At a certain point, we have to ask ourselves what does the First Amendment cover, and then what is damaging towards the U.S. Because the First Amendment, a lot of people don't know, it's It's freedom of speech for the sake of yourself
The
towards
government can't
the
throw
government.
you in jail for speaking out against them. It has nothing to do with their private. Like Twitter banning you is not a violation of your freedom of speech. They're a privately owned company.
Yeah,
You can
they can ban whoever they want.
they can make their terms of service whatever they want it to be, and if you don't play along, you're fucking banned.
Yeah,
Same way, like, you know, if you go into a store and throw a fit because they want you to wear a mask, they're a private company. If they want you to wear a mask in their store, you can do it or you can fuck off.
yeah. Also, it doesn't protect you against things like threats and stuff like that. The government can still pursue you if, like, for example, insurrection. People voicing their opinions, but because there's action behind those words, we have terms for that, and the government has to act.
Yeah, plotting to murder a member of Congress on Parler is not freedom of speech.
It is not.
You know,
that is literally what a conspiracy is. That is plan to conspiracy. That is illegal. That is starting an insurrection is illegal. It's not freedom of speech. It's not protected under freedom of speech. So freedom of speech is only, like, say, if you say, like, the government sucks, or fuck the government, or, you know,
they can't arrest you.
Biden is a dumbass. Yeah, they can't come after you. They can't. But if you go on Parler and be
I'm
like,
going to murder.
Yeah, if you're like, I'm gonna murder the president, and then you start saying how you're gonna murder the president.
That is a joke here, and that is we don't want to murder anyone here. Let's be clear, because even saying stuff like that as a joke is something that people can take seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, they should at least look into.
But
no,
there's a difference between
jokingly, I'm going to murder. Insert political figure here.
Yeah, I mean that's how John Oliver gets away with a lot of the stuff he says, because he knows he could say, like, he made a whole episode about it.
Still, just as a good rule of thumb, don't say stuff like that.
Or
Even just as an example in this context, I feel it's clear. We should be clear.
Okay, I mean, yeah. And yes,
like,
let's be clear. I'm not. Let's be clear. I feel like personally, I feel like it is clear. Like, obviously, we're talking about stuff because we're talking about a subject. We're not talking about doing these things, but we're talking about the acts of doing these things and the policies that surround them. Like, for example,
I know, but from a legal standpoint, we should be clear that we're posing this as a hypothetical in terms of a discussion of policy and shit.
Well,
especially like, you know, Rudy Giuliani is getting sued the shit out of for spreading a bunch of false information about the election.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go.
He's definitely not gonna. They're not gonna squeeze $1 billion out of him, certainly, but he needs to be some kind of consequence for spreading disinformation like that.
I mean, they all do, but you don't see Ted Cruz walking the line. Like, you don't see Mitch McConnell. He got reelected.
But it's his last term, thank God.
He's 78 years old and he's retiring after this cycle, which might be good just because he doesn't give a shit anymore. Like, he's turning on Trump because there's nothing for him to lose by, honestly hating him.
Is Mitch McConnell turning on Trump? I thought he defended Trump recently.
Well, he's not going all in on it, but he's open to the idea of convicting Trump in a Senate impeachment trial just because he's not running for re-election anymore. He'll be dead in a few years.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel so... It's so shitty how they just can get away with shit like that.
Yeah.
But
this is why I don't identify with the Republican Party is they only care about their financial bottom line. Like they'll do any underhanded shit as long as it increases their personal wealth.
Yeah. Or status or whatever.
Money, whatever you want to say. They lie, cheat, look the other way, fight dirty. It doesn't matter as long as, it's good for the bottom line.
Yeah.
Which now that supporting Trump is not where the money is, it's in their best interest to cut him loose.
Yeah.
And they're finally starting to do that in some capacity. And like Ted Cruz, for example, he called Trump despicable. Trump mocked his wife, openly called her ugly, but he still kisses Trump's ass as long as that's where the money is.
Fuck. Yeah.
Makes him a piece of shit.
He will eat his shit. But no,
If there's a couple bucks in it, sure. We are getting way too political.
Yeah. I just
Especially I'm not
policy.
informed. I don't know what the shit I'm talking about.
I
don't feel good talking
I
about them. This is honestly just more depressing than anything.
I'm sorry. You were looking at channel points. Are you going to stream Hollow Knight? I am going to stream Hollow Knight under a condition. And so the Hollow Knight is going to either take over Saturdays or is going to take over Tuesday. Or not Tuesdays. It's going to take over my Thursdays.
What's a Magic Cat stream?
I am about to
Magic Cat.
Finish.
What is Magic Cat?
Oh, what is Magic Cat? It's a platformer. It is a Mario-style platformer.
Okay.
But it's all cats. And it's fucking amazing. It's one of my favorite games.
I do like cats, so I am clicking on that.
All right. It is one of my favorites. I love Magic Cats. It's very difficult. I've gotten halfway through the game, but it's very hard. I totally want to try and beat it. I don't know if I can. It's a difficult platformer. But it's not, and it's a difficult platformer in the sense that it's never the game's fault. It doesn't have slippery controls or anything like that. It's never the game's fault. It's always my fault. I always fuck it up. I always either like it's precise platforming. It's like if you're really good at Mario, like Super Mario 3, Super Mario World, if you're good at those games, you'll love Magic Cat.
Sounds like I'd be terrible at it.
Celeste in a nutshell, or Yoshi's Island. It's different.
Let's continue to list Mario games. Sunshine.
Celeste
Odyssey.
is not a Mario game. Celeste is another game I want to play. Although Celeste
you had started a long list of example Mario titles.
Yeah. Well,
and Smoochers was joining in, and I wanted to be part of the fun.
Fair enough.
Mario teaches typing.
It's Yoshi's Island. It's your favorite game ever. Nice. Celeste. I really want to play Celeste. It's another one of those games. It's $25. I feel like it's worth
one of those games
$25. What's up?
Oh, okay. No, I've heard great things about Celeste, both in terms of gameplay, music, and just thematically. It's supposedly very satisfying the way it tackles mental health issues.
Yes, another reason why I want to play it. Although I put Celeste in the category of Super Meat Boy, where it's kind of that it's not like Mario in the sense where it's a platformer, but you have to try. I guess it is. It's just, I don't know. Magic Cat gives me a different feel than games like Celeste or Super Meat Boy. But no, I now that I'm debating with myself, I think it is like Celeste. I don't know if there's enough points dumped into it. If there is enough points dumped into Magic Cat, you guys will see for yourselves, and then you guys can tell me what type of game it is, because I'm realizing I don't know what I'm talking about. The storyline is amazing. I know I want to play it. I want to buy it so bad. But yeah. So that was very fast. But yes, Hollow Knight, I'm going to play it. I've tried playing it in the past. Now, I've tried to be really generous with playing Hollow Knight in the past, but I had literally 10 people. It was one of my popular streams. It was one of those streams where a lot of people wanted me to watch it.
You seem, or if you let me describe your problem with it, is that you like playing it, but you don't like other people watching you play it. Because they criticize you and try to tell you what to do, and you just want to go off and play it your own way and keep losing to the same boss over and over again.
But with Hollow Knight, it's not like that because Hollow Knight's so streamlined. With an RPG, it's open world, so I want to do that. Hollow Knight, it's open world kind of, but it's puzzle solving and it's understanding the mechanics and using the skills. In games like that,
Metroidvania.
huh?
Metroidvania.
Yeah, it's Metroidvania. So like with those games, I progress pretty fast, and me trying different like people telling me, oh, you should try this or that, or you should do this or that. It's like, I know I should do this or that. There's a reason why I'm not doing this or that, and I'll explain why.
You don't have to listen to the chat.
I know, but like when it's constant on the chat,
You can always
like
just play it off stream, man. I mean, or ignore the chat in general.
Well, that's what I do. I wanted to play Hollow Knight off stream, but the way I'm gonna play it is I would do an only emote chat. So like where it's like I could still interact with the chat.
Well, they'll find a way. They'll find a way to harass you with emotes.
But I won't know. That's the point.
All right.
Because I won't know. I will not put in the effort to decode their emote message. Because it's just one of those
playing along, getting your ass kicked by a boss. You look over the chat. Man, these guys love eggplant.
No, because it's different. Because like I sometimes do need help. Sometimes I will ask, "What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? How can I do this?"
I definitely get those texts where you're like, "Adam, I'm streaming Final Fantasy VI. Come
help.
Yes. Tell me how I'm screwing this up."
Yes, see, because I'm not an unreasonable person. Like
I didn't pay attention to the tutorial and I don't know how to use the buttons.
You know what? You do the same thing. You criticize me, but you've done the same thing with games I love.
I know.
You are
In my defense, I only do it to rile you up.
I know, but no, that's not even 100% true, because I remember we were some of the games we were playing, you just wanted to speed through the story, and I wanted to read the text, and you're like, this is just RPG shit. And I'm like, I want to know the RPG shit.
In my defense, I was reading it. I speed read a little bit, so like once I finished reading that set of text, even if the dialogue hasn't gotten to the end of whatever, like I'll skip ahead. I don't need to hear how they read the back half of that line. I've got it. I'm moving on.
I know, but I was
pretending
I'm not
not
that
to
person.
know that because it drove you so insane. But no, I was actually reading their dialogue. I just wasn't doing it out loud.
Yeah.
I do that when I play other games too.
Yeah.
In a hurry. I don't need to hear all of the voice acting. Especially if it's not that great.
You're a very streamlined gamer. You're like, there's a job I need to get done, and I'm gonna get it done.
It's like I got the gist of. I understand why you want me to do this. Can I just go do it now?
Yeah, that's that. Where
I
I'm
don't
all
need
like,
to hear
I
your
need
whole
to understand why you need me
time.
to do this, or else I'm gonna do something else.
Like once I'm on board with doing the thing, I don't need to hear any more dialogue about it. Look, I'll do the thing. Just shut up and let me work, man.
I feel like that's because if anyone wanted to know or difference in personalities and stuff like that, it's just like Adam is very, I'm on board to do this thing. Let's just do it. Because like sometimes when we're doing music,
agreed to do the thing, I don't need any more convincing.
I know, but like you and Matt are both kind of like that. Where like me, I'm this person that has a billion like music meetings. I've tried to have them in the past, and I've realized they're pointless.
Yeah, well, the whole exactly. But
like, I've tried to have meetings with you guys
in a game. They're like, I need you to go kill this guy, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna go kill that guy. And
like, no questions asked. I don't care if he's good or bad.
And you in that same game, it's like, they're like, I need you to go kill this guy. It's like, why? What did he do to you? Tell me about your childhood. Are you hungry? Did I get you something?
That is exactly it. It's me too. Like, because like here's the thing, is when I'm trying to make decisions, I want outside
ask,
opinions.
like, they're like, go kill this guy. It's like, why? It's like, oh, he's an asshole. It's like, all right, I'm on board.
Yeah,
like
it's just
when
you
I
and
played
Matt are so
BioShock,
agreeable to the things I want to do.
I know. I trust you have good reason for wanting them, and if I think it's a bad idea, I'll bring that up. But
And you do
I don't
bring that
have
up.
any reason to like be against it, unless I have a specific reason to doubt you on it. And if I do, I'll bring that up. But if not, it's like, all right, let's do it.
I know. And
But
more
like,
often than not, you are
this
so agreeable.
example-
I'll say, hey, I have these options, and I'm thinking about this, but I'm also thinking about this, but I'm also thinking about this. I'll just go with whatever you decide, Justice. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. But I need
fine.
opinion.
Any other ways, it's just I'm cool.
I know.
But
But
sort of vein, like I remember when I played BioShock. Have you ever played BioShock?
I played the
I'm
first
sure you're
one.
aware.
And I played
but
the fourth one. I haven't
remember
played
in the end, like the guy who, spoiler alert, I guess, for an ancient game that everyone's played, and the twist is famous. Like even if you haven't played the game, you know what the twist is. But the guy who's been like, over your radio this whole time, has been lying to you the whole time about who he is. But like at the same time, like it was kind of a pointless lie. Like I'm already on board to like kill, Ryan and his society. It's obviously failed. I'm already on board with killing this guy. You didn't need to needlessly betray me at the end. I'm not explaining this very well. Let me put my cat down. He's distracting me. Yeah, because you get to Andrew Ryan, and he's like, you were being lied to and manipulated. That's the guy who told you his name. His name was another name, and he just wants you to kill me for his own selfish benefit. It's like, yeah, but I've already decided you're a dick, and I want to kill you. I don't really need. I'm not doing it for that other guy. I'm doing it because I'm in this shitty dystopian undersea wasteland, and it sucks. And I feel like you failed, and there needs to be retribution for that. I don't give a shit about the guy over the radio. It was honestly kind of pointless that he betrayed me at the last second. I was already completely on board with destroying Andrew Ryan. So the fact that after I killed the bad guy, the guy who I had been on the radio is like, ha, now I'm going to betray you for no reason. It's like, fucking whatever. All right. I was just going to peace out after killing Andrew Ryan, but now I got to go kill you too. There you go, dumbass. So that's my review of BioShock.
the fact that you're too agreeable and have no moral center when playing games. Got it.
Kind of, but it's more that like how I don't even know how to put it. Just that like it wanted to be upset that the guy was lying about his motivations for killing Andrew Ryan. But like at the same time, like I'm already on board with it for my own reasons.
I want the reason being I want to get the game done. I know, but I don't think they because I don't think they expected you to have that mindset. I feel like they wanted you to have some emotional pull, and when you don't have.
But I didn't care about that guy's betrayal of me because I didn't care about that guy. Like Andrew Ryan was a dick and deserved to get overthrown, regardless of whether that guy was making up his specific story. Yeah, he lied about having a wife and child and that they got killed because of Andrew Ryan's shitty society. But like, even though that specific example was false, Andrew Ryan still did a shitty job and deserved, have all the splicers and stuff. That specific betrayal does not counteract all the other shit that was going on, which was my main motivation.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I was already on board with killing Ryan just because of the whole thing with like the little sisters, big daddies, and the splicers, and how his crazy libertarian hellscape destroyed everyone.
Fair enough. Also,
if I had shown up in that and there hadn't been that guy in my ear telling me to go kill Ryan, if I had just shown up blind and nobody told me anything, and I was just looking at what's going on, I probably would have still decided to go to fucking kill Andrew Ryan.
We need to have a
I was
venting
never at
session
any
for you,
point doing
Bohab. I
anything
feel
that
like
I
there are so
probably
many
wouldn't have been
things you
doing
want to
anyway.
like, just like be like, these are deep-seated issues that I have.
Nobody want to be like, that bastard, he lied to me about his wife and child being murdered. But like, no, it's just like, I mean, he was like lying to me to go after, still a dick, even if that one specific lie wasn't true. And then afterwards, he betrays me for no fucking reason. The only thing that betrayal accomplished was putting a target on his back.
Fair
And he
enough.
got his comeuppance, I'll tell you that.
By the way, I love
Yeah.
platformers as well. Bohab, I feel like me and Bohab bond over RPGs. I don't know how like much you like platformers.
I like platformer. I like old school, NES, Super NES platformers. I grew up on them. I don't play them a lot so much anymore. They're less prevalent, except for more like the indie scene.
Mhm.
Growing up, that's like what half of all games were. Mario, Mega Man and Mega Man X.
Yeah.
Action platformers are a huge part of my childhood.
Mega Man is a better analogy for what Magic Hat is.
Okay.
But yeah, I love platforms. This is why I want you to play Katana Zero. It is a side scroller beat 'em up platformer. More of a beat 'em up than a platformer.
I might give it a shot.
But it has platformer aspects to it. So
I just don't play that many platformers anymore.
it's more of a
One,
beat 'em up than a
my
platformer.
reflexes are not what they used to be.
Fair
no.
enough. Have you seen the? Because I uploaded a video on my YouTube. Did you get a chance to at least check that out so you can see what Katana Zero is like?
Oh no, I did briefly check that out. It looks cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love the pixel art style.
Yeah, it's
It just-
awesome.
No, I just don't play as many games anymore, and because my bad at them, and I seem to only get worse. Platformers are becoming less and less of an option.
I see.
Maybe it was just that when I was a kid, I had time to like get good at them.
I will say
You know,
this:
I don't
Katana
know,
Zero
job or
took me
whatever.
a whole of 5 hours to actually beat that game.
Okay, so it's pretty bite sized. I might be able to do that then.
Like, there's the value that comes out of Katana Zero is its replayability and multiple choice options, because it gives you options to how to end and how your interactions with characters. So it's definitely relies heavily on the narrative driving force for its replayability. Something that I've been meaning to do is go back and play it, because I chose an ending and I made a lot of choices in my playthrough that don't really sit well with me. If anyone watches the video on YouTube, you will literally see me have a mental breakdown multiple times.
Oh no, I definitely sympathize with that. I played Fire Emblem all day yesterday, and I kept like agonizing over every little choice.
Yeah.
Am I gonna regret this?
Yeah.
I
Cave
don't
Story
know
is
if I have
another one of
another
those
playthrough in
games.
me. No, I don't have enough time to play this game again, so I need to make the choices right the first time.
Shit, yeah, no joke. I'm debating on whether, because I mean, this would be a good point to end it, because like one of the things I was talking about before the stream, and I guess I'll end with this, because like I guess we're wrapping it up now.
Yeah.
Is the fact that I've been very tired lately because my sleep schedule's been off. Like yesterday, I was up till 2 a.m. streaming. I didn't realize.
Oh yeah. Don't do that. This is a good jumping off point.
Like I didn't realize. So what I think I'm gonna do is, because I'm off my schedule, I fell off and I've become less productive, and I've felt like shit over it. Also, it's very humid and hot right now. I don't think I'm showing it, but it is. I'm sweating, and it is super humid and so hot, and I'm just like. So I think I'm going to turn on my fan to bring some cool air in here. I don't have it now because the fan would be loud. But I'm definitely going to turn on my fan and I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm going to wake up.
All right, man.
But yeah, but I think this is a good point. I am so sorry that we didn't get to Final Fantasy VI, but I don't think anyone here mind. I think they all enjoyed the show.
Yeah, you'll get to it in another stream.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. I think I might have to change up my because I want to say Tuesdays are a good day for us to stream, right? Because I think we might make every Tuesday like our day, where it's like me and you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Because Monday, Tuesday are my normal days off now until something fucks that up. My job sucks sometimes. But yeah, so that gives me Monday to sort of chill out and whatever, and then Tuesday we can stream.
Sweet. All right, guys, gals, people, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this on YouTube or not. It's kind of just us rambling. Honestly,
maybe if you edit it down to the salient points.
I probably can.
We did about 3 hours. I think you could get about a good half hour out of it. Maybe.
Well, out of my 3-hour stream, I was able to get a good 2 hours out of it.
Okay.
So
yeah, there's definitely a lot of fat to trim. Like when you leave to go get water for 10 minutes at the beginning of every stream.
I do that. It's because I drink the water so fast. I'm out of water right now, and I need more.
Yeah, just know they make water.
I should just get a jug. I should clean out a jug and get a giant
just
jug.
Get yourself a pitcher and just keep it by the desk.
No, a jug. Like an actual jug is what I need. Like,
okay,
here,
that's good too.
Hold on.
Any sort of large vessel. It doesn't have to fit a specific name.
I guess this will have to do. I used to have a big giant blue jug. I had a giant blue jug that I was going to get, but I think I should just use this. I don't know if you can see that, Bohab. But I had a giant blue jug.
Huh?
And I was going to get
it could be any shaped
comical
vessel
size.
for carrying water. They're all good.
What about Harry Potter? What?
It can be any kind of vessel for holding water, whether it's a jug or a pitcher or whatever. Just, keep one next to the desk so you can refill your water glass as you go along.
Yeah.
Instead of starting a stream and then go. It's the fact that you start the stream and then immediately go get water that bugs me.
I know.
It's so consistent.
It's a bad habit because it's like I'm ready to go and then I'll drink my water because I'll still have water.
Really, yeah, you could drink the water.
Go get more water.
You could go get the water before you hit go live. That's all you need to do.
I know. I feel, you know what it is? It's my anxieties of feeling rushed and feeling like I need to have to start like now. Now is when you need to do it.
Also, it doesn't bother you the other way around.
It does. No, it bothers me
stream
both ways. That's the thing. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying that it bothers me both ways.
All right, fine.
Like that's why I say it's a bad habit. It's something that I don't want to do, but I
constantly
constantly
rectified. So,
all right. Well, with that, I love you guys so much.
Love you too, Justice.
Bohab, thank you so much for joining me, and I can't thank you guys enough for taking the time out of your day and spending it with me here. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with some V3. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.